Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining your favourite creepy uncle once again. Ladies, feel free to take your bras off. I've done it. I've watched The Predator 2018 a second time after reviewing it and giving it a very harsh score of 1 out of 13 when I first watched this at the cinema. And I gotta be honest, I really want to like this film, if possible. Love this film. I'm a huge fan of the Predator character and a huge fan of the franchise. Yes, it's been a bumpy road after they made the Alien vs Predator films, and a lot of people didn't like Predators. But Predators is actually a similar scenario to this one. The first time I watched it, I didn't like it, borderline hated it, but then when I watched it, it kind of grew on me. Something about the atmosphere of being on a different planet, not knowing which planet you're on, and seeing the interplanetary sky and stuff like that. It really, even though they were clearly trying to reenact the Predator, the original Predator film, the whole jungle soldiers type feeling, like you can't really replicate that again. They've done it once. It was awesome. It was successful. Arnold Schwarzenegger was amazing. The movie is the best. The first and the best in the series easily. There's no need to replicate that. And once again, they tried to do the whole military soldier thing, except this time it's military misfits, and they're not in a jungle, they're in the suburban streets and just in, general city life. Now, it started off reasonably well. Like, I was kind of impressed and was very curious to see where this movie went. There was nothing really that I hated at the beginning of this movie. It could have went anywhere. It could have been fantastic. It could have been awful. It was the beginning. It started off well. The Predator 2018. Now, when I think that it first started going downhill when the jokes got a little bit too frequent, and it just became this. The movie became an action comedy very quickly rather than some sort of terrifying horror thriller type film. So if you're looking for an entertaining action comedy, then this is definitely it. But if you're a huge fan of the Predator franchise and everything the Predator stands for, then you're going to be pissed, and you probably would have agreed with my original review. But something inside me I just had to see it again, just to confirm that what I originally thought is what I think now, and whether the Predator is actually, if I missed something in the film, and if it's actually really good, and I missed something, and maybe it would have the same effect as Predators, where it really grew on me, and I actually enjoyed the film very much. Now, the thing about the Predator is there's a lot of CGI, and that's very apparent when this mega hybrid predator comes into town, into the scenes of the film. The mega hybrid predator was a good addition, but I was excited when I first kind of seen him. He pulled out the other smaller predator out of the window, and then we get this big reveal of the mega hybrid predator, but it's just so CGI and so fake. Like, that. I'm a practical effects dude every step of the way, and CGI, nothing against it. It should be used when it's needed. However, if you want to make the hybrid predator, so damn big, like he's a giant practically, then yeah, you're gonna need CGI. But it just looks so damn fake. Even the predators hunting predator dogs, whatever you want to call them, there's probably a name for them. I don't know. They're hunting dogs, but like a predator version from their own planet, obviously. The CGI, the way they move is so clunky. It's just like it just doesn't work for me. It wasn't believable, and I'm not saying that everything has to be so believable. Yes, this movie is entertaining, but does it fit into the whole predator type of atmosphere and the whole history of what the Predator's all about? This whole terrifying alien creature with amazing superior technology? No. And like, the other thing is, it's just so stupid. This predator dog just stands there when they're shooting him. He's just standing there copping like thousands of bullets. It's an agile predator hunting dog, and it doesn't freaking move. I'm thinking, why why isn't it moving? I don't think I picked it up the first time around, but I definitely picked it up this second time around. The stupid predator dog wasn't moving at all. It was just copping all these bullets. It made no sense. Like, the whole movie makes no sense. And like I said, it's entertaining. It'll be entertaining for some people for sure, but for a hardcore fan, like, I don't need movies to make sense. Don't get me wrong. I love mystery and I love randomness and everything like that. But this is just like nonsense. It's not just that it doesn't make sense. It's just utter garbage, I have to say. And even with practical effects and CGI aside, the writing is just so damn horrible. Like, it's just nonsensical. Like, I can't even. I'd have to provide a whole list of words that I could use right now. You know, it's the constant humor is just ridiculous when it comes to this alien invasion, this predator that's so damn powerful. Even the mega hybrid predator, when he comes along, there's just the jokes just keep rolling out. It's just ridiculous. Like, it should not be an action comedy type film. And the fact that this Asperger's or autistic child is able to somehow enter the Predator's ship, an alien technological ship, he actually inputs a code. Like, are you serious? Just because you have autism, or if you suffer from Asperger's, you can all of a sudden access alien technology? I don't know. The story is just absurd, and I'm sorry to say that second time around, even though I could definitely relate to the entertainment factor of the movie and put my sort of hardcore fan of Predator aside and not be such a fanboy of the character in the franchise, it's like, I don't think I could raise the score any higher than a 2 anyway. So because I was so disappointed originally and it didn't really do much the second time around, and I honestly feel like I'm not going to have to watch this movie ever again, which is difficult to say because I've got every Predator movie on Blu-ray because I collect films. I collect Blu-ray and DVDs. I love having an entire collection of particular movie franchises or series in my possession. And this one is, even though it's part of the Predator series, it kind of hurts me to say that. I don't really think, I'll probably be okay not having it in my Blu-ray collection. Like, I really don't know whether I'll buy it or not. A lot of times when a sequel really doesn't live up to the original, or is, even if it's mediocre or even crappy, call it crappy, I usually buy them just so I can have the whole series or the whole collection there. But this one, it's going to be hard. I might buy it if it's like on special for $10 or something like that. I will not pay much for this at all. And I have no financial issues. Like, I'm happy to go pay top dollar for a collectible movie case or something like that. I don't care. But it's more than that. It's the principle. It's just like, I don't want to pay for this movie. I don't want to pay the movie studios for failing. It's just a failure every step of the way. I don't know. Maybe the movie studio got way too involved with this, and Shane Black couldn't do his own thing. But I don't know. I really don't know what they were thinking, because every time a new Predator movie is announced, I'm always excited and always get my hopes up because I love the franchise so much. And I've been waiting for something to live up to the original or even equal it, but this definitely wasn't it. And the second viewing was definitely opened up my eyes to more things that I disliked about the movie as opposed to actually find things that I liked. So it kind of worked against the film for me, actually trying to do my best to watch it again and really like the film. I want to like it, that's the thing. So you would think that watching it a second time, you'd at least find something that you liked, but there's really not much to like about this movie at all. CGI, the effects, like when the Predator escapes the experimental facility or the army base, that was pretty cool. Some of the kills were pretty good and entertaining, and I was still enthusiastic to see where the film would go, but damn, it went downhill fast after that, and that was just the very beginning. So the Predator 2018, I'm afraid your score of 1 out of 13 remains. I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe, Visit your creepy damn uncle. We're going to play some games and talk movies once again real soon.